Hello, and welcome to the Infernal Gaming Podcast. You can listen to the show on Apple, Spotify, and all major platforms. If you're watching the video version on YouTube, make sure you like and comment. Thanks, Daddy.
What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up?
We just had a whole conversation about Pokemon off the podcast. That shit was crazy.
Why weren't you recording?
I mean, I could keep it in, but I ain't going to, man.
All right,
I ain't going to.
That's a waste.
That was too. I think that will bore a lot of people, man. But what's good,
God
everybody?
forbid people talk about Pokemon. Jesus Christ.
We're gonna talk about Pokemon on this podcast anyway, because new Pokemon comes out this week. But listen, man, it's been a while. It's been over a month and 2 weeks since we did a gaming podcast. We back at it. This is a big one, man. A big one. A lot of y'all been waiting for this. We got a lot to talk about today, man. So we're gonna jump right into it. Eknight, what have you been playing, man? Tell the people, man. Let them know.
I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been playing Halo, Helldivers. We've been playing some Black Ops 7 beta. Been playing some Battlefield 6. And what else was I playing?
Man.
I was playing Titanfall earlier today. I play a lot of stuff and things. But
man.
Yeah, we've been up to a lot of activities.
Recently. Yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about for y'all on this podcast, man. We've been playing a lot, man. I mean, a lot, dog. Me, on the other hand, of course, Ghost of Yote came. I forgot to put that on the show notes, but I mean, Ghost of Yote finally released. I've been playing that. I've been playing a lot on my Switch too. You know what I mean? I got about 20 hours of gameplay out of the Black Ops 7 beta, and I got about roughly, hold on, I can check right now. I got about 20 hours in Battlefield 6, and it's only been out for about 48 hours. So, yeah, I've been no life in that shit, man. I've been no life in that shit. I've been playing a lot of Delta Force, but I don't know if that game's going to last now that, Battlefield's out.
I uninstalled it. I'm sorry. I gave it a good college try, but I couldn't get into it. I didn't even care about the extraction part of it because Arc Raiders is coming out at the end of the month. So I'm like, I really only want to play that for an extraction.
Yeah, that's all I played. That's really all I played it for was the extraction mode. Like I barely touched when they introduced with this season, they introduced like TDM. I was playing like the team deathmatch and shit to like level up guns and get stuff, but I really just play the operations mode, and I got like 80 hours in operations alone because I was just having fun. But I don't think it's going to survive because I too am going to be picking up Arc Raiders the end of this month, man. And I'm really looking forward to that game. Like really looking forward to that game, man. I didn't get to play it like you during a little closed beta.
Well, the server slams on the 17th, so you have another chance to check it out.
Oh, and is that free for anybody?
It's free for anybody. It's open.
Oh, yeah.
It's open. It's gonna be. It's probably gonna fucking be horrible the first day, but you'll get in the rest of the weekend. So crazy because they're doing the right day after Pokemon ZA comes out. So I don't know what's gonna go down. It's gonna be a lot of chaos.
Man.
October's just been crazy this month for games. Like
Broketober, man. Broketober.
Real shit. I'm not buying shit after Arc Raiders comes out. Like fuck it. I don't need anything else. I'm sorry.
The good thing for me was, and this is just a little tool tip for the people that's listening to the podcast, man. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get these games if you really want them. I mean, there's a lot of ways, dog. Like there's Afterpay you can do. Like I know Cash App offers Afterpay now. There's so many different ways you can get these games. Like I know I helped a friend Afterpay Battlefield because he really wanted Battlefield, and he was like, "Yo, I just paid my rent. I don't know if I can get it." I'm like, "Bro, like $20 every 2 weeks. Like you can't put up $20 every 2 weeks. Like you know what I mean? You'll be all right." And I showed him the Afterpay shit. He was like, "All right, cool, bet. I'm a Afterpay Battlefield." And he got Battlefield. Me, what I do is I just really save up and I pre-order all my shit in advance. Like I had Battlefield pre-ordered back in like the beta like months ago. So I had that pre-ordered. I had Pokemon pre-ordered. Like I try to get these things out the way. The only game I bought like the same week of was Ghost of Yote. I bought that like the week of or a week before.
How was that? I saw you playing that a couple days ago.
I love that game, man. I love it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get this podcast started off right though. We're gonna talk about a game I haven't played yet. Eknight put a good amount of time, and not a lot of time, but he put some time into it. So I got some questions for him. I know he's probably got some thoughts on how he feels about the game. We're talking about Borderlands 4, man. Now, Borderlands 4 is a game that I really wanted to get day one, but because of how Broketober is set up, I had to drop some shit. So that was one of the games I was like, nah, I can't get it because I got to get Ghost of Yote. I got to get Pokemon. I want to get Arc Raiders the end of this month. So it's just like,
and then,
I dropped Borderlands.
Black Ops 7, I guess for you, comes out the month after too.
I'm copping that. I mean, we'll get there.
That shit could have been hot garbage. You still would have played.
I don't know about that, man. But we'll get there when we get there. We get there. All right. Borderlands 4, man. A lot of controversy. How do you feel about the game, man? How do you feel about that shit?
I like that they're focusing on a new planet. And I like that they didn't just do a whole, like, get rid of the original cast, like all the supporting characters from the past few games and spin-offs and stuff. But for me right now, it's like, gameplay-wise, it's fine. It's like a little bit more mobile. Like, you move around a lot more. It's a lot of jumping and sliding and gliding and stuff. It's all about, like, finding the perfect guns that balance out your current build and ability, kind of like the previous ones. I went with Rafa with the sword blade, so I'm working towards the cyclone blade ultimate thing he's got. But I want to say in terms of like gameplay, it's good, like shooting wise and movement wise. RPG skills seem to be on point. It does take a while to level up. I'm level like 20 something right now. And we just beat the first like major boss, which is like this fat dude. And he actually had pretty cool mechanics that I actually enjoyed going up against. So at least the boss design isn't like, bullet sponge and you just run around and just avoid getting shot. Like there are mechanics you have to kind of pay attention to with each major boss and some minor bosses. The open world map is a lot better than the sandbox approach, but there is still some sections where you just get hit with invisible wall and it's just like, what the fuck? Like I was just gliding and chilling and now I can't go this way because I'm not allowed to. Vehicle thing, they have like a Destiny style motorcycle thingy that you can modify. And that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of like player customization and stuff you can do. So I mean, in terms of the guns, I think they went back to like the Borderlands 1 style guns where it's like they say it's like each gun has like a part from a manufacturer that makes it function differently. But that was kind of how like the original Borderlands was. Like you would get a rocket launcher that would like shoot rockets out, and then those rockets turned into like either like grenades or something like that. Just more ridiculous shit. Like they still kept like the branding of the manufacturers, but they still allowed it to like mix and match a little bit. So I'm appreciative of that because it adds a little bit more variety rather than just going, oh, this is the Jacobs gun and this will do all my high damage. And it does nothing else but damage. No, sometimes you can get like a little attachment that's like a flamethrower or something on it. And it's all completely random. So you got to like kind of like just find your best gun and hold on to it for as long as possible. I think you can level up guns, but I don't know if I've gotten that far into the game yet. And then you got, your 4-player co-op. I played a bit with Black Knight 79, so he was playing, I think, Vex, which is the Siren. And
that's who I'm probably going to play when I get the...
Yeah, so he was doing a minion build. He had the little Reapers that shoot and do melee. You can have both out at the same time, and
that's pretty cool.
He seems to like it so far. So I would say it's for a Borderlands game. The gameplay wise is good. The story is, I think they play it a little too safe. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't hate any of the bad guys. Especially in that intro, like you meet a dude and then like spoiler alert, I guess. Skip like 5 seconds ahead. He dies immediately in like the first mission. And I guess I'm supposed to hate this guy now, but I don't. Like I'm just kind of like, eh. So like I think they're trying to go with a more handsome Jack vibe. And there's also like the fact that he can like take over.
The story's a lot more serious though.
It is a little bit. It's a lot more serious, but they do have like bits of like non-serious humor. Like there's a side quest where a dude asks you to get a thresher, which is like a worm thing, and like find an egg so he can raise it up as like his own. And then he does like a whole thing where he has the baby like gets raised up and then mates with another one. He has like a weird like fucking invested interest in the mating process and shit. His dialogue is hilarious, but it's like there's some of that in there, but like the main story isn't as much of that. It's a lot more serious and not as comedic as the prior Borderlands have been. Like Borderlands 3's writing was terrible to me. But Borderlands 2 and 1 was great because not like aside from the 2000s humor, like this just the way they wrote villains in that and wrote bosses and stuff like that you would go up against and they would talk shit against you on the radio and shit made you more likely to want to fight them and figure them out and shit. Whereas in this game, it just seems like they just played a little too safe with a lot of the bosses. Like they're just kind of like generically insulting you and shit like that. They don't seem to do anything that really makes you want to have like a personal vendetta against them. Like in Handsome Jack, like he would the reason why a lot of people go to Handsome Jack as being well written is because in the beginning he's just throwing insults, he's making you laugh, he's not taking you seriously, and then the moment you fight Angel or you basically the fight where you try to free Angel, he kills a major character that you used to play as. And that's when it gets serious. And that's when it's like, oh, like he's still funny, but now he's got to die. You know what I mean? Like there's not so far there hasn't been a lot of that. So I'm just kind of like it's very hard for me to find like a huge attachment to any of the characters writing. Like there's one dude called Rush, I think, and he's like just like you're an all well nice dude, but like he has a moment in the game where it's like you think something's gonna happen, and then there's a subversion, and he plot twist, the thing that you thought didn't happen, and then you're like, oh okay, I guess that's all right. Like it's kind of like I didn't have like a crazy reaction to what was about to happen. Or to the plot twist. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go keep shooting shit. You know what I mean? So gameplay-wise, I think it's good. Story-wise, I think it is too safe in terms of, like, how they make the characters. They seem more like Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel characters than, like psychos that are on a planet, marooned off on a planet. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. The story from what I've seen, or from what people have been telling me, because I have a lot of friends that have been playing it too. Like, they said it's like a lot more serious. Like the jokes aren't like as consistent and stuff like that. Yeah. But like, really what I want to know is, right, what is the gameplay like, man? Because I heard it's like kind of like what Destiny wants to be. Like kind of like an MMO type game.
Just take the gameplay from Borderlands 3, speed it up a bit and add gliding and like a better sliding mechanic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's not like a crazy revolution for Borderlands, but it is like an improvement, I guess I could say. Like it complements the open world a lot better than if it was standard Borderlands gameplay. Like if we were to play Borderlands 2 and it was that style of like gameplay and movement and you put it into Borderlands 4's open world, you'd probably get frustrated. Whereas like in Borderlands 4's movement, it's a lot more vertical. You can move around more, which allows you to approach combat from just a flat plane and allows you for more platforming. And this is reflected with how they designed the maps. And the structures and stuff. Like they want you to climb on shit in those areas and go buck wild and like like, take the tactical advantage or just like fly around and just like, like bounce from one dude to another if you're doing melee stuff or you're doing close quarter stuff, or like just, position yourself well. You know what I mean? Like I think it's an improvement to the Borderlands formula, but only because it's in an open world. I feel like if we put Borderlands 4 gameplay in like Borderlands 3 sandbox style arenas, I don't think it would be as much as an improvement, which I feel like is probably what may be holding Destiny back a little bit, because their system is a little bit always been like kind of like a somewhat sandbox, somewhat open world style, except for in certain instances, whatever. So like the shooting's good, the comboing is good. Melee feels satisfying when you get it off. The abilities so far feel pretty good, depending on who you are. Again, take that with a grain of salt though, because I only play Rafa, and I haven't played the other 3 Vault Hunters.
Okay.
But I do know that a lot of people like Vex, and then a lot of people I think they like that Gravity chick because she's like similar to the Borderlands 2 Siren, but not the exact same.
Okay.
So
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
she can like bounce people up in the air and like do other stuff.
Okay.
But like you get 3 separate action skills, so you're not like just doing the same ability and modifying that same ability. Like you have 3 separate abilities, but you have to choose one as your active one. And then you have to choose a tree as your active tree, which is the only thing, my only complaint, because I thought it was all 3, and then you just invest into a singular tree and just focus on that. But in reality, it's actually just the one of the 3 that you have to pick. So you kind of you do technically basically get like 3 character classes with each Vault Hunter is essentially what you get.
Okay. And there's like different builds and shit like that, right?
Yeah, you can do whatever. Like Vex has 3 different builds. You have the minion build that BK is doing, where it's like clones of her that shoot or do melee damage. You have the tiger build, which is like you have a pet tiger you can invest into who can I think he can revive you, but I'm not sure. But he does like damage, and then you can transform him to make him stronger and stuff. And then you have like the warlock build where you can cast Eldritch Blast Beams, you get wings. I think you can like fly around for a little bit, and I think you leech life and stuff like that. Rafa has like 3. He has the arm blade thing, which is what I'm doing. He has a super energy cannon that you can fire, and then he has the turret build, which I think a lot of people like the turret build because it like just auto fires for you while you're shooting and stuff like that. He also has like a passive ability when you activate any of his abilities where he just gets faster and he has more gun damage and stuff like that. So, and then there's the Forge Knight guy who can like throw a bunch of elemental weapons like fire and ice. He also has a shield that you can shoot while it's up, or you can place down and use it as like just a strategic shield. And I forget what his third one. I think his third one is like he summons some sort of like drones and shit, and they shoot elemental stuff. And then the gravity chick has one where she holds up a dude and does extra damage and gravity damage on a single target. But then she has like a ball thing that she can bounce around, and that does damage. And I forget what her third one is, but like I said, you're making a build around that specific action skill that you're currently using, and then the skill tree that's relevant to it. And then the guns and the class stuff will help you enhance that further.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the game to go on sale during like Black Friday.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to pick it up if it goes down to like 50.
Yeah, I would pick it up on sale if you're not a huge fan of Borderlands or just generally curious. Because after 3, I was disappointed with the writing, and people said the DLC was pretty good, but I just didn't want to waste any more time into it. I gave 4 a chance.
Like, it's really crazy because like I don't think Borderlands 3 is that bad.
Gameplay wise, it's not.
Yeah, it's really
story-wise, it's garbage.
Story's ass. Yeah,
that's the main reason I played Borderlands games was because the story was good. Like gameplay-wise for Borderlands 1 is like if Borderlands 1 were to come out today, I don't think a lot of people would play it. I'm be honest, even though it's like a legendary, essentially kicked off the looter shooter genre, just because of how slower the gameplay is. But I think what carries it was the story, was the writing, was the characters, and the gameplay definitely wasn't boring, but it can easily get boring if you've played it 1,000 times over.
Right.
And then Borderlands 2, it's like more of the same Borderlands 1, but there's a couple of new things, involved, but the writing was really, really good. So that's why I feel like a lot of people like replaying Borderlands 2 because it's really good writing. And Borderlands 3 just didn't have the writing. Most of the characters you cared about in Borderlands 2 are like cameo characters, essentially. There's like celebrity cameos for some reason. There are story beats that were cut that would have made most of the characters that we despised in that game more likable, like especially with Ava. There's a whole dialogue sequence with her and Lilith that like clears up the whole scene after the one character dies. And like if they had just included that, I feel like that would have made that story a little bit more palatable. But like because they cut it, it just makes it seem like they were trying to write some character that was like the story was all about this character instead of the Vault Hunters and what the fuck they were doing. And the villains were just cringe, like not even ironically cringe. They just were. They were Twitch streamers. We were fighting Twitch streamers. I'm like,
yeah, basically.
Like that's like someone was like high in like a corporate board and was like, yo, what if the villains are Twitch streamers and the bandits are following them? I'm like, who the fuck? What? Why? That would be funny for like a side mission, not for like an entire
game.
Like, yeah, an entire villain for the entire game. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. So I was skeptical going into Borderlands 4. I'm kind of I like the story, but it's not like bad, but it's not like really good. I don't know if there's going to be a point where it gets really good, but I'm still going through it. So I'm kind of like in the middle here right now.
Okay. I can't wait to pick it up. What do you think I know you don't have a lot of time on it, but what do you rate it right now? Like, what do you feeling right now?
It's an IGN 7 right now.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking it was going to be, like 7, 8. I give it like a 7, 8.
If the story gets better, it'll probably boost it up to an 8 or an 8, or maybe a 9. It really depends on the story. Okay. I do say if you enjoy Borderlands 4's gameplay, you're going to get a lot of replay value out of it. That's for sure. Okay. And they're already releasing another Vault Hunter that has to do with like he's like a Gambit style character with playing cards and shit. So so you're gonna get your money's worth out of this game. I feel like you just have to like this specific style game.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't wait to pick it up, man. When I get there, man.
Yeah. But not to switch it up, what do you think of the Switch 2 review?
I like that. You see what he did there, y'all? See what he did there? I like that. All right, man. So as y'all know, yes, I have a Switch 2. I haven't really played a lot of games on it, only because the games that I'm really waiting that I picked it up for, I picked it up because I picked it up early for like 2 reasons. I was afraid of like when Pokemon came out, it was going to be sold out. And 2, I was afraid of when I decided to get it, because if I didn't get it when Pokemon came out, I was going to be like, oh shit, like, I can't get it anywhere. I mean, if the price was going to go up because of tariffs and all the other shit that's going on in the world and stuff like that. So yeah, I got a Switch 2. I got Mario Kart World that came with my console. And then I picked up Cyberpunk because I've always wanted a physical copy of Cyberpunk. And now I finally have a physical copy of Cyberpunk, but for the Switch 2, it's weird, but I have it. I've played those 2 games. I played Pokemon Scarlet. I played Pokemon Arceus. I played Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I played a good amount of games on it, and I played it mostly docked. I've literally played it for maybe 10 minutes in handheld, so I really can't like give you like a review on. Oh, and I played Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition on it as well. I mean, that's the big game I'm playing on it. And I will say, what I really like about this console the most is, and it sounds fucking crazy to say, but a lot of these games that I am playing on it, I'm literally playing it the way I felt like it should have been played when I bought it. Like Tears of the Kingdom. I thought that game ran like shit on the Switch 1. That's what made me put it down. I dropped it. I didn't come back to it. I'm replaying it on stream right now, man. Well, not right now because it's spooky season. So I'll be doing it after spooky season. We'll be picking it back up. But it runs like flawless now, dog. It's like, it looks great. The animations look amazing. The fucking cell shaded graphics look godlike. I think it's running at like 60 frames or something like that. So it's like, that's what I want for a game like that. I mean, 60 frames is what I would like to run a game like that on. Like, I played Monster Hunter Wilds at 60 frames. Those types of games, 60 frames is good enough for me. You know what I mean? They were trying to make us play that game, Tears of the Kingdom, on the Switch 1 in 30 frames, and that's insane, dog. Like, that's insane. Like, Scarlet and Violet is like playing a new game, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Scarlet and Violet is literally like, that's what I've been playing the most on my Switch, to be honest, is Scarlet and Violet. And I will tell you, like, the draw distance is crazy. Like, you can see Pokemon further than you could on the Switch 1. It runs at a consistent frame rate. It looks really good.
Right with that game, was the way it ran.
Bro, it is great now, man. Like, I restarted the game. I actually restarted the game because I wanted to, pick a new starter. I put all my Pokemon that I really wanted in Pokemon Home. And I restarted my game. So I'm playing through it again. And I'm having a great time, dog. I picked Fuecoco as my starter this time, the fire starter this time. Because I went with Spriggerito for my first playthrough on the Switch 1. On this one, I'm doing the fire starter. I'm having a ball, dog. I love the game, man. I played it with some friends that also have it on Switch 2. We all jumped in the same world and was doing shit together. It was a vibe, dog. Like, that's the one game, if you do have it on Switch 1, I recommend you playing it on Switch 2. Like, I highly, like, I have a friend who was like, yo, I can now finally play the DLC because I couldn't play the DLC on Switch 1 because the game ran like shit. Like, nobody wants to play a game subpar like that, especially like a game like Pokemon. Like, you know what I mean? And I think they did a really good job with just the performance. Like, getting the Cyberpunk, right? Like, Cyberpunk is a game that couldn't run on PS4. It couldn't run on Xbox One, but it was
sure shit was gonna run on Switch 1.
Bro, it's perfect on Switch 2. I'm telling you,
really?
It's bro, it runs perfect. Like, there's like some areas where like you'll walk around, you're like, okay, the graphics look a little iffy there, but like it's more so like if you're looking at like the top of like a far building, like the draw distance is kind of shitty, but I think it runs it like I have it in like performance mode, so it's running at like a consistent 60 frames, so it doesn't prioritize graphics as much. But like, dog, it looks good to me. I mean, like, it looks pretty good to me. It doesn't look as good as like the PS5, which I played on. I played on the PS5, but it looks really good. And the thing that I really like about it is now they have cloud sharing save files. So it's like I can play my save file on my Switch and transfer to my PlayStation and vice versa.
Okay.
Like, that shit's dope, dog. Like, that shit's dope. That shit's dope. If you're gonna buy a Switch 2 for Mario Kart World, I'm gonna say don't, because Mario Kart World it's fun, but it's just I don't think it's an improvement from Mario Kart 8. And to be honest, like they kind of like, this isn't a review because I don't have a lot of time played on it. I probably have like an hour or two at most on Mario Kart World, but they kind of touted it as like this open world racing game, and it's like the open world part is only activated when you're like on the start screen. You know what I mean? once you go to select a mode or something like that, like it's regular Mario Kart 8. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're on the start menu, you can press plus and it'll literally just like pan out and you can just free race. You can just drive around. You can do a bunch of like little stupid shit, collect coins, all types of stuff.
It's not like the crew or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like Forza and shit like that where it's like, oh, hey, I see that other racer. Let me go, race that person or start a race right now. Like,
is it online like open world too?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can Google it real quick. I don't think so though. Mario
like opportunity.
Kart. Yeah, that's what I said, man. When I was playing, I was like, open world multiplayer. Is it open world multiplayer? Yes, Mario Kart World features open world multiplayer via its free roam mode, where players can drive around in an interconnected world together before or between races. Oh, okay. So it is okay. So that's just something I can turn on then. Okay. Oh, that's pretty dope then. All right. That's pretty dope then. But it's only in between races. So it's like you can't like initiate a race while you're doing it.
Okay. So you can't just pull up and be like, yo, race me real quick and then fly through. Okay.
Yeah, that is pretty dope though. I like it though. I'm not saying I don't like the game. I like the new maps. I really like how like the races are. Like you'll start a race, you'll finish a race, and then you'll drive with everybody to the second course. Basically, there's like kind of like a area that you'll drive through, and then you'll finally hit the course, and then the race will like kind of begin, even though it's already began. Like people will be in front of you, behind you, whatever. It's pretty dope. I do like that.
Okay.
But as far as buying a Switch 2 for Mario Kart, me personally, I wouldn't do it. For Cyberpunk, me personally, I wouldn't do it. For Pokemon, obviously, that's why I'm buying it. I bought it for 2 games, Pokemon and Metroid, because those will be day ones, and I'll be copping them. You know what I mean? So that's what I got it for. I also want to get that Dust Bloods game that comes out next year.
I did cop it to try out that Elden Woes game.
Yeah. And then we'll probably talk about it later on the podcast, but they had a Nintendo Direct, which I thought was fucking fire because they showed off a brand new Fire Emblem at the end, dog. And I busted several nuts because y'all know I love Fire Emblem. And we get a Fire Emblem game on the Switch, dog. What's up?
I thought they were killing that franchise off after that last one.
What, Engage? I think Engage didn't do too good, but like,
no, I had heard like a lot of people talking about it. Like they were like, I don't know, after this one, they might not do another. I'm like,
well, they said with 3 houses, they said like if 3 houses that came out in 2019, they said if it didn't do good, the series was kind of getting put on. It was going to get the Star Fox treatment.
Yeah, it's like
going to be put on the back burner.
Fucking people probably want to play Star Fox, like an actual Star Fox game, like not like a fucking whatever they try to do on Wii U, but like a Star Fox Adventure or
Assault,
Star Fox Assault. Yeah, where's Assault? Bring back Assault was fucking good, dude.
Yeah, man. I hope they put that on the little GameCube emulator. I've tried that too, the GameCube emulator.
I want Geist.
I've been playing a lot of Soul Calibur 2. That's dope. They got Soul Calibur 2 on there. They have Wind Waker on there, so I'm probably gonna get around to streaming that at one point because that's my favorite Zelda game is Wind Waker. That's my favorite. Yeah, bro. Switch 2 is pretty dope, man. Switch 2 is pretty dope. We're getting Fire Emblem next year, man. That sold it for me, dog. Like, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I've always liked Fire Emblem. 3 Houses is like my favorite game of 2019. I love that game. We're gonna be getting back into that game next year on stream because I got to do the DLC and the last house that I've never played before. So we're gonna get back to that. But yeah, bro. Yeah. Highly recommend getting the Switch 2 if you're interested in both Pokemon or Dread, because I don't think they're going to run good on Switch 1. And like, I'm a performance person. Like, I don't really care too much about graphics. I just want my games to run optimally and just, that's it. Like, graphics are like an afterthought. If the game looks pretty, then that's a plus. But like, I really just want the game to run good. Like 60 frames is like the baseline for me. Like if a game runs at 60, we're doing good. Anything under that, I'm not good with that. You know what I mean? So that's my review. That's my review of that, man.
Okay.
That's my review.
Solid. I will give you my thoughts when I get my hands on my own.
All right, so we're going to get into the next review, which is going to be really short, sweet, and simple. It's going to be Skate. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a free-to-play version, which we'll talk about the controversy with that, man. We're going to talk about it because I like this Skate game. I'm going to start off by saying I really like this Skate game. I was a big fan of like the Tony Hawk games back in the day. Like I played Skate 2, I played Skate 3. So I was kind of looking forward to this Skate game. It was like, it wasn't on my radar, but it was like a game that I was kind of looking forward to. But unfortunately, EA kind of fucked this game up, though. I'll label this game as like a missed opportunity. I truly do think that this game was a missed opportunity. They had the opportunity to kind of bring a franchise that was loved by a lot of people back and bring it into this new, next generation with, like make it kind of like a Forza type game. And they did that to a certain extent. But it's not what you expect it to be, bro. There's no story mode.
Pretty goofy from all the clips that I've seen of it.
Yeah, it's dope in that aspect. Like, if you're the type, I'll say it like this: if you're the type of person that just wants to free skate and run around and just do tricks with your friends, this game is perfect for you. But if you want like a story and you want like missions and stuff, that's not here. They just implemented with season 1 like a couple missions you can do, but other than that, there's no story. The world is kind of it's just skate. It's literally just skate. Just skate around, do some shit. Overpriced cosmetics. They kind of lied to people about the game being free. I don't know if you knew about this. So if you go to select the game, I think on like Xbox or PlayStation, it'll have the Founders Pack. Like the Founders Pack version is the first thing you see. So most people are going to be like, oh, I got to pay $25 for this or $50 for this. Cool. I'll pay the money for this, but it's a free-to-play game. All you got to do is go to select versions, and you can go to the early access, which is like the free-to-play version, and play for free. So I know a lot of people were kind of like pissed off about that because a lot of people were like, yo, like, why is this game? I wouldn't pay $50 for this. And it's like, bro, the game's free. You don't have to spend $50. And then you get fucked. You know what I mean? Like, you get like absolutely fucked. So it's like, I think they did some shady shit there. That might just be like a console thing. I don't know if it is, but like, I think that's kind of shady. I don't know. I saw a lot of cosmetics and I was like, yeah, I'm out, dog. Like, I don't think this is going to hold me. Like, I hop on and skate around with the boys when they want to. But other than that, like, once you just do some shit for a little while, it's like, that's it. Like, I wouldn't spend any money on this, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But I only have like 2, 3, 4 hours in it, and I don't see me really getting too much more. This game probably isn't for me. If it's for you, that's good. Great. Congratulations, but I don't see me playing too much more of this. You know what I mean? Outside of like the boys hit me up to skate around and shit like that. You didn't try this game, did you, E-Night?
Nah, I did not. I didn't touch it. I had zero interest in skate. Like,
okay, all right.
I thought it was funny what they were putting out, but like, it's not my type of game.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a like review score or nothing like that because I don't have that much time in there. I'm gonna just kind of write it off if it's not for me. If it's for you, then that's great. That's great. I just think again, this is another kind of missed opportunity from EA to kind of, just bring back a franchise we love and that's what EA is like good for. Like they're good at like bringing shit back and just not capitalizing on it. Like when they did Dead Space remake, great remake. Let's get a 2 remake. No. Okay, cool. Whatever. I mean, you guys don't like money. We don't like giving you money. Cool. Like, all right. Like,
I don't know. That might change since they're getting acquired by a different group now.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that later too. I gotta put that in the show notes too. We'll talk about that. But yeah,
we can just chalk it up to just the next time if it actually comes to fruition. Because right now, I think they still need to be approved.
Nah, it went through. That shit went through.
Through like the FCC and everything?
I believe so. That shit went through, dog.
Bro, they let that shit go through so quick, and the Xbox merger was so fucking crazy bad.
I mean, it's the Saudis, and the president's son owns this group that just bought EA. So like that shit was gonna go through pretty fast, bro. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
All right, so next on the list, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast, the big part of this podcast, right? We got Ghost of Yotei, man. The PS5 exclusive, man. This is one of those games where I tell people, like, yo, you got a PS5. This is one of those games you need to own. You need to have it right now. Yeah, I mean, I got about, I think like last time I checked, like 24 hours in the game. And it came out on the 2nd. We were recording on the 12th, so 10 days. This game is for sure in my top 5 for this year. I don't know where it's gonna be at because my top 2 right now is like really strong. And I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. Y'all just gonna have to wait till the end of the year when we talk about our game of the years. But my top 2 are really strong. But I will say, as it stands right now, Ghost of Yotei is like damn near a 10. It's damn near 10, dog. It's great, dog. I've gotten 22 hours in this game, and I'm not even 25% done the game, dog. Like, this is a massive game, dog. It's a massive game. And y'all know I love open world games. And like I tell y'all all the time, my biggest problem with Assassin's Creed Shadows, if we're going to, again, I'm not going to compare Shadows to this game. That's not what this is going to be about, right? Because I feel like the whole internet wants to compare those two games. I think they're two totally different games, right? Because at the end of the day, Atsu in Ghost of Yotei is a samurai. She's a mercenary, but she's more like samurai orientated than Nawe is. Nawe is a shinobi. She's a ninja. She's going to implement more stealth in her kit than Atsu does. Atsu can be stealthy. You can sneak around and be a ghost like Jin was in Tsushima. But I feel like this game, the combat glows so much that you really just want to just samurai standoff every chance you get. You want to go in there and just kill everybody with your swords and shit like that. You don't want to be sneaking around unless you just feel like this is the best approach, which I do from time to time. But most of the time, if I see an enemy camp, I'm going there. What's up? You know what I mean? Sword out, pull your shit out. We getting straight to business. You know what I mean? With that being said, I think that my biggest problem with Assassin's Creed Shadows was the open world was kind of bland. There wasn't really much to do. There wasn't much to explore. The reason why I have 22 hours in this game and less than 25% of it done is because there is so much to find and explore and discover. There's so much shit all over the map, bro. There's altars that you pray at to get skill points. There's enemy camps. They brought back the foxes that you follow to get the shrines, to get the charms. They got the new wolf thing where you follow the wolf and it'll lead you to like an area where there's captured wolves and you free the wolves to get, because Atsu's like, I guess like spirit animal is like a wolf. So it's like, there's points where you can summon like a wolf companion to fight beside you and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So they got like the wolf captures you can do. There's so much shit. They have the bounties, which is what I've been spending my entire 22 hours doing, is just hunting the bounties. There's like a bounty board where your face will be on there. Yeah, I mean, and you can rip it down to like refresh like your spirit and all of your stuff. They've got other bounties that you can hunt, which are like little stories. Basically, they're like little stories. And then a lot of the bounties you can just kind of get by just walking around. Like you might walk into an enemy camp and think it's just a regular enemy camp, and it's a bounty camp. And it's like, oh, I think I seen your head on a poster. You know what I mean? And now you're getting some bread, man. Like the game is great. They brought back the rock, paper, scissors combat, but instead of like different stances, it's different weapons. So like there's like a Yari, which is like a spear, dual katanas, a single katana, an Adachi, and I think the chain I can't say the name right now. I can't say the name right now, but it's like the chain with like the blade at the end of it. There's a lot of different weapons that you can use. It's pretty dope, man. Like if you played the first game, you're gonna kind of be a master at the second. Although I do think the second game is like pretty challenging. It like a lot more challenging than the first game is. Like it's not like I'm not gonna call it like a Souls-like game. Like I know a lot of people are throwing that buzzword around. Like there's a lot of like encounters where like an enemy will have like a health bar on top of the screen, and then you'll be locked into combat and stuff.
Dodge
like
roll.
Yeah, but other than that,
it's a Souls game. Souls clone, clearly.
Yeah, other than that, like I wouldn't call it Souls. Like I think there's like just like the first game, there's a pattern to the attacks. Like again, you see the red, you know the dodge that. You see the blue, you know that you can parry that. You know, it's like a dance. It's like a beautiful dance, and once you get it, it locks in. Like the one boss I was having a hard time with, I kept dying. But once I kind of learned his kit, because enemies will switch weapons up on you too. Like they'll put their sword away or their katana away, and they'll pull out like their Adachi or like their Yari, or they'll pull out like I can't say that name, man. I can't. Oh man, it's like the chain blade thing. It's like the dual wielding chain blade thing. Sagurigami or whatever it is. Like,
yeah, I have no idea. I would have to see the word.
It's like Tsurigami or something like that. I forget how you pronounce it, but that's what it is. Like they'll switch their weapons up on you. So like you'll be in the middle of a fight and you're like your katana battling out because katana and katana match each other. They're both, equal to each other. But then they might pull out their Yari. So then you got to pull out, dual katanas to match that. Like it's like a beautiful dance, dog. Like I really like the game. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a 10 right now because I know it's gonna be a 10 because I'm loving the open world, man. The open world, the game is beautiful. It's one of the best looking games I've played on PS5. It's beautiful. Like I said, the open world has me in its grips. Like I'll get on and be like, all right, I'm gonna continue on with the main story, and I do nothing for the main story. It's just all bounties, shrines, new areas, all type. I love the game, dog. Like when it comes to PC, highly recommend y'all PC motherfuckers pick it up and play it. Ghost of Tsushima is on sale right now on Steam for $40. I highly recommend you play that shit. That's also a 10 out of 10 game. I love that game when it came out. It got robbed for Game of the Year that year. Fuck what Warren says. Because Warren is a Ghost of Tsushima hater. Ghost of Yote's fire. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
I still haven't played the first one.
You need to. Do you have it?
No.
You got to get that shit.
I'm not going to play it. They still want me to make a PSN account for it. I'm not doing it.
You're tripping, bro. You already have one. You got a PlayStation account from
when I don't remember the password.
You better listen. You still got the email?
I hope so.
Forget password. Forget password and redo your password, man. It's not that hard. But
yeah, man, it sounds good. From what I've seen, it looks fun. But yeah,
that's great.
That's another open world game that I don't have time for.
I fucking, I love open world games. 1 and like 2. Like I love samurais and I love like Japanese shit and all that. So it's like this was like Ghost of Yote was like a game I was highly anticipating for a long time. So like we finally got it. I'm happy. We got 2 samurai games in the same year. We got Assassin's Creed and then we got this. So I'm happy.
Yeah, which one's 2025
better? Definitely Ghost of Yote, man.
Okay.
Definitely Ghost of Yote. But Assassin's Creed's not bad. Like I beat the DLC that came out like I think like a week ago. Yeah, it had a free DLC. It was free if you pre-ordered. If you pre-ordered, which is crazy. If you pre-ordered the game, it was free.
Yeah, I remember that.
But if you didn't, it was like $20, which is I think was like fucking crazy. Because would I pay $20 for that? I don't think so.
I don't think you should ever just slice off content like that and then act like it's DLC. Nah.
Like, and it was only like, I think the DLC only took me like 12 hours to beat, so it wasn't like long.
12 hours for $20? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 12 hours, but I pre-ordered the game, so I got it for free. So when it came out, I think it came out on like the end of September. Like I beat it. I took like the whole weekend to just basically beat that, like No Life Dead DLC. I did a lot of the content in it too. Like I liked Assassin's Creed. I think it still stands that I think Shadows is like an 8.59. Like I really think like it's anything lower than that. Like I could see like an 8. I could kind of see like a 7.5, but like a 7 or lower, like I think you're just like the game maybe not for you, or like, because I thought Shadows was like a really good like game. It was a really good game. Like I thought like Nawe and Yasuke both offered, I like how they both offered different things in their kit that made them, made it fun to play both of the characters. They both had their own stories too that you could play through. Like I thought Shadows was really good, but Ghost of Yotei just has a perfect formula, dog. It has a great open world. It wants you to explore every nook and cranny of the world, and I like that. I love that actually. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it's a good game. I know a lot of controversy I had heard.
Yeah, Ghost of
stupid shit.
Woke tie and shit.
Yeah, because they just changed it. Yeah, female protagonists and stuff like that. And I was just like, if that's the only thing wrong with the game, then that's probably not even a big deal.
People don't like the female protagonist. They don't like that the protagonist, the voice actor and the person they mocap for it has some political views that some people wouldn't like. Just it's a lot of shit, bro. Like I don't care about none of that. The game is great. The game that Sucker Punch worked hard on is great. I don't give a fuck about the political shit. The game is great. You know what I mean? It's the same thing for Assassin's Creed. I don't care about the political shit of it. Did Yasuke fit in the world? He did. They told his story well of how he got to Japan, how he became a samurai. You may not agree with that, but I thought it was pretty good, man. I thought like how everything worked was pretty good, man. I don't at this point, like the Twitter echo chamber of people who want to hate on these games and call everything woke, I just let them be, because at the end of the day, Ghost of Yotei did really good. I heard they sold like 3 million copies in 3 weeks or something, or like I think like a week or something like that, or 3 days. Yeah. It was like 3 days, and it took like 3 months for Ghost of Tsushima to do that. So the success is there. Like they did really good. I really hope this gets a nod for Game of the Year, because I think
it should. If it's as good as you're saying it's good. Like,
it's very good, dog.
This is the only thing I don't get about like most of the online shit for that is like they just rage about the superficial stuff and not the actual like content. Like I can understand the arguments for what was it called, Dragon Age and shit with how they wrote the story, but like if it's just like she just a lady and that's the main protag, I don't
yeah, she's not hot. She doesn't look attractive.
I don't need to be hot. I mean, Samus was in a fucking power suit for 90% of her first game, so I don't see the problem with it. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, people are weird, bro. Just
it's not something I would complain about. I would just be like, all right, well, the game is fun.
Not at all. I'm right there with you, dog. Like the game is great. I highly recommend. If you have a PS5 and you don't own this game, like what are you doing? That's the way I look at you. Like, what are you doing? Like this is one of the games that I think it shines on the like. And just again, like real quick, like the controller, like this is one of the games that actually utilizes every sense, no pun intended, of the DualSense controller of the PS5. Good. Like you swipe up on the the touchpad to start like fires and shit like that when you're camping and stuff like that. When you're cooking food, you rock the controller back and forth to make sure you evenly cook the food and stuff like that. Like they did a lot of cool stuff with the controller that I really enjoy, dog. I like shit like that though. Like I like when people take time. Like that's one thing I like going back to the Switch 2. Like the one thing I do like about Cyberpunk on the Switch 2 is it actually uses the Joy-Cons, bro. Like you can.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
You can literally like shoot with your.
I was wondering
Joy-Cons.
if they were gonna take advantage of the motion controls and stuff.
It's fire, dog. And because the Joy-Cons are like mouses in a sense. You can
mouse
lay
and
it
keyboard.
down. Yeah, you can lay it down and use it like that too.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like I said, like I like motion controls in games when they're implemented well. I don't like I hate gyroscope controls on like shooters and shit because I think that's just disgusting. Like I don't want to be tilting my controller all around, like and shit like that.
Yeah, that like again, I play MK, so I don't get the haptic feedback, even though it's like more psychological than anything. But like, if they ever came out with a controller, a mouse and keyboard that vibrates when I got shot, I think I would lose my mind because that would be crazy.
Horrible. Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't think I would want that. But like for the controller,
I get shot, my aim just shakes. I'm just like, the fuck, man.
Yeah, bro. Like they did a good, like when the wind breezes past like your character and stuff, like you literally feel like
the
current
breeze
of wind. Yeah, a current of wind like going through your hands in the controller. It's dope. Like they did a really good job with that. I know Death Stranding did really good with that with Death Stranding 2. Horizon Forbidden West did a really good job with that. Like all the premier PS5 games do really good with the haptic feedback on the DualSense controller. So that's something I really liked about Yote. But yeah, that's it for me ranting on that. Let's get into the conversation, baby. Let's talk about it, man. Because this has been the talk for like 4 months now, man. There's two sides of the world you can be on right now with FPS gaming right now. You can
This is the only political landscape we talk about.
Yeah, this is the real political landscape.
Which one of these two modern day shooters do you want?
You're either Team Black Ops 7 or you're Team Battlefield 6. And right now, as of recording of October 12th, Battlefield 6 has been out for 2 days now. It's been out for.
I think it peaked
technically,
at 700,000 Steam users.
Yeah, which is insane, dog.
That's a lot for Steam.
Call of Duty's never hit that. So listen, we're going to save our Battlefield 6 review for the end. What we did get to play is Black Ops 7. They had a beta the end of this week that just passed. So it started on the 2nd, actually. So a week ago, actually. It started on the 2nd, technically, and it ended on the 9th. It ended on the 9th of October. So, yeah, thank you. We got to play some Black Ops 7. There was a closed beta, which was really easy to get into. I don't know why they do this thing now where it's like, oh, it's closed beta, because I didn't pre-order the game.
It was closed beta, early access to the open beta with pre-order. So if you didn't pre-order,
it didn't make any sense.
You didn't pre-order the game or have Game Pass, you could not access the beta 2 days early.
That's a lie. Listen,
I was able to download and install and play the game or two with Game Pass.
Listen, I played it day one. I played it the day it came out, and there was multiple ways to do it. One, you could watch the COD Next stream.
No, I wasn't doing that.
That's where some people got their codes from. That's where my boy Zai got his code from. I got my code from Xfinity. So Xfinity had a promo. If you have their internet, which I have their internet, you got a free beta code. So I got a beta code through them. And then during the first day of the closed beta, if you watch somebody who was streaming the beta, which could be me or fucking Nade Shot or anybody, you got a code. So there was 1,000 different ways to get in the beta. 1,000 different ways to get in it. Same thing with the Battlefield 6 beta. They were like, yeah, it's a closed beta, but like everybody was playing it.
It wasn't really closed though, because after that 2-day period. No. I'm saying for Black Ops 7, like it wasn't closed.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was 2 days early access, which is the only part of it that was closed, and then after that, it was open for everybody.
Open to everybody, yeah.
And I was like, all right, so I'll just play it when everybody else plays it. And so I got in, like I could play it the day one, but I was busy playing other shit.
Yeah,
and so like fucking, I got in during the public beta, and I was like, all right, like what are we doing here?
I'm gonna set the bounds up for this what we're gonna do here, right? With both of these games, we're gonna talk about 4 critical points. We're gonna talk about the maps. We're gonna talk about, for Call of Duty's case only, we're gonna talk about the movement, because I think Battlefield
has some movement tech.
Yeah,
it's just unconventional. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, the ragdoll physics are crazy.
the fucking ladder bounce. I sent you 2 of them. They're the ladder bouncing.
Yeah,
it launches you.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious, dude. I had a glitch where I was like climbing up a ladder, and I like I think something happened, and I got launched in the air, and I was like, what the fuck, like
yeah, bro. A lot of weird shit, but it's fun shit. I mean. I think we're gonna do maps, movement, gunplay, and I had one more. I couldn't think of it. Oh,
maps, movement,
and Battlefield's case only. Right, we're gonna do the class system. So they both have one thing that the other one doesn't. Like Call of Duty, we're gonna judge it on movement, and in Battlefield, we're gonna judge the class system. But we're gonna do both on gunplay and maps. So we're gonna start with Black Ops 7 because we played the Black Ops 7 beta. I got like 20 hours of time into it. I was part of the top 2% of people playing the beta. I got a lot of time in it, but y'all going to listen to me last. You're going to listen to Eknight first. Eknight, tell us how you felt about Black Ops 7 beta.
Like in general?
Just let's
listed a bunch of categories. Which one am I starting with?
Let's start with maps.
The maps are all right. Okay. I didn't think anything. They're mostly 3-lane maps with some cross sections in the middle. It's just standard Call of Duty fare. I felt like in terms of like the gameplay for like the movement, the new wall. It's not, again, why they don't just commit to wall running? I'll never know. But the wall tapping that you can do, I think up to 3 times. I feel like some maps it complements better than others, and other maps it just feels like you should be able to go over a certain obstacle and you can't because there's an invisible wall there, which was my main gripe with Black Ops 3, which had wall running. So yeah. I map wise, I think there's some that are interesting. I do like the ones that have the doors in them where they actually like close, so you can actually like tell when you're gonna get like fucking swung on. But for the most part, they did somewhat heavily lean into the wall tapping. Yeah. But it seems situational.
Yeah, I wouldn't say heavily, dog. I wouldn't say heavily because like I noticed a lot of people in the beta were just still playing it like it was Black Ops 6, like a lot of people. And then there was there was a few people that were trying to get mixy with the movement. Like they were really trying to like, okay, I'm going to implement it in like, instead of sliding around this corner,
it's kind of limited. Which is why I was like,
it is, and that's what I really like about it. Like I know me and a lot of people in the COD community kind of don't want it to go back to Black Ops 3. We kind of wanted to go more towards Advanced Warfare, which was like the more like vertical jumping, like you could double jump and like kind of like dash in the air and shit. That's kind of what this is. This is literally what this is, because unless you're running, and I kind of took the floor from you, my bad. Like, unless you're running certain perks, you really can't do too much in the air. You're very limited to what you can do when you jump off that wall. Jumping off the wall for me and my movement was more of like, okay, instead of me clambering up this ledge and making myself more vulnerable if there's an enemy up there, I'm going to jump off this wall next to it. So when I'm there, I'm already gun ready. I mean, I could. That's, I think, the way that a lot of people are implementing it, and the way that I think that they want you to use it. They don't want people to just be bouncing from wall to wall all over the place, because you're limited to the amount of bounces you can have.
Let me pull it back from you first a sec, because like the reason why I'm like they should have just did wall running is simply because it's like it seems like they could do something with the wall bouncing, but it's really only for like the dude's about to swing you into a room and the room's high enough for me to wall jump, so therefore I'm going to wall jump until he swings in, and then he's not going to see me, and he's probably playing on a controller, so he can't react fast enough to just get me, and then I can just blast the shit out of him because I'm on MK. Like it is, there's like a I feel like there's a discrepancy. Like a lot of people are, I think I had heard there was an issue with the aim assist with the controllers, but I feel like in a game like this, and you have crossplay on, the people that are able to take advantage of the movement system are going to be mostly on M&K.
Right.
And I was taking advantage of it heavily because I play a lot of Titanfall 2. Like just off stream, I'd just be out here playing Titanfall 2 casually. And I'm like, this is almost like Titanfall 2, but the shooting doesn't reflect Titanfall 2. It's all 100% Black Ops 6. And I'm like, it feels like they just slapped on an extra movement mechanic onto Black Ops 6 rather than just fully like embracing the style of movement. And I know you're saying that it's good because you don't want a repeat of another Black Ops 3, but I feel like if you're going to lean into this type of movement mechanics, you got to like have that reflected in your gunplay. And unless you have certain perks, which I had all those perks on, including perk greed. So I had gun ho, the dexterity perk, the lightweight perk, and then there was another one that like let me do I forget what it's called, but it's like I had a fourth perk on that basically enhanced like my movement speed and shit like that. Like I had all those perks on, but the gunplay still felt, not great. And then when I did finally improve my gun with what's it called? Attachments, it still was just like, I don't know. It felt like I was wasting some investment into the guns. Like by the time I'd ADS, it'd be like I'm already on the ground, and my momentum has like kind of slowed down from the wall jumping. So that's why I kind of felt like some of the maps were like seemed like they were designed to embrace that movement, but like it doesn't fully embrace it. Like if you wall tap from one wall to another, they're like within a reasonable distance of each other, you still can't like just do a triple like wall tap. You will just fall a little short, it feels like. And I'm like, that's not satisfying, especially if you're going to want to like make a game that's about movement. You know what I mean? And I understand that like COD players don't want it to be all about the movement, but that's what they're inviting when they introduce these types of mechanics.
Right. No, you're not wrong with that. You're not wrong with that. I just think people don't want it to be like the sole focus. Like I think like there's a strong part of the community that probably wants a return to form with like Black Ops 3, because a lot of people do like Black Ops 3, but I think that a lot of people don't want. I think we've gotten to the point with Call of Duty where people kind of want it to slow down a little bit, right? We kind of want it to slow down a little bit, but we don't want it to be too slow. And I think like, again, I think the wall jumping, like you only had such a limited amount of time to really play the game, right? So there's only a few people who may have gotten close to being able to say, hey, I kind of mastered this movement during the beta, or I kind of got a feel of this movement. But I think as the game comes out and people get to playing it and, like months go on, that's when you're going to really see people kind of be able to really master and use that movement a lot in combat. Because like I said, like you lose a lot of momentum the minute you get up in the air. If you don't have lightweight on, which like I noticed a lot of people weren't running lightweight. Like I don't run lightweight.
I picked up on that immediately. That's why I said that was I had to slap on the wild card perk greed so I can get all the perks that I wanted.
Like I didn't run lightweight because I feel like, again, and this is something I really like about the game, is that the way they did the perk system this game is a lot more like you have to really think about your play style when you're building your loadout and stuff like that now. Because it's like, again, they put Flak Jacket, Ninja, Ghost, Cold-Blooded, Lightweight, and Gung Ho all in perk 1. It's all in perk 1. So either you take perk Greed and just take 2 of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which some people are going to do.
Yeah, so I just pulled up a recording I did, and it's funny enough. I actually got a best play for this, but it was I had Lightweight, Fast Hands, Dexterity, and then I think my perk Greed was Gung Ho.
Yeah.
So, and I'm running the Raiden 45K with a drum mag and some sort of compensator on it and a laser sight for sure. For hip fire accuracy, because when we play Titanfall 2, there's a lot of hip firing, fighting, not a lot of ADSing, because it's a movement shooter that braces that mechanic. So that being said, like, this is my whole loadout, and I feel like people are going to probably lean into the movement aspect of this game because it does give you an inherent advantage when you jump over someone's head and they can't really snap up to look at you while you're shooting them in the face.
Yeah.
Unless you're flying at them and they can clearly see you, if you're catching them on a doorway or a corner, you're more than likely going to outplay them that way, which is what Titanfall 2's mechanics are. But the only difference is that everyone has the same movement speed in Titanfall 2, and only like certain abilities enhance that, like the juice perk. And again, that's like very situational. Or not juice perk, but it's like it's a stim. It's a stim. It's called stim. The ability is called stim. But like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be able to do this movement mechanic, but unless you have all 4 of these perks on, right? And the fast hands is really just there so I can reload faster. You're probably gonna get fucking squashed on most of these maps.
Right. Yeah.
And like I feel like the casual Call of Duty fan is going to play this and go back to Black Ops 6 or go back to a different Call of Duty that they would rather play. I feel like if they wanted to improve the movement mechanic, I feel like, why not make the wall tapping an actual perk? So it's something you actually have to sacrifice and build towards. I
think they fucked up with that anyway, though. Like, I think we shouldn't have to run dexterity. I think dexterity, and a lot of the pros in the COD community and a lot of other content creators have all said the same thing, that dexterity shouldn't be a perk. Dexterity should just be default. Like, I shouldn't have to put dexterity.
I mean, yes, I agree. They probably shouldn't run it. It probably should. The effects of dexterity should be just part of the movement for Black Ops 7.
Yeah,
I don't think, but I'm worried that they're going to replace that perk with another perk that basically enhances that movement already, and you're still just back to square one with that fucking. Because then you're like, you got a dude that's moving slightly faster than everybody else because he's running this one specific perk. So that's my main criticism, is just like, they don't fully seem to want to lean into the actual movement mechanic, and it just doesn't seem like, to me, it doesn't seem like it complements Black Ops 6 gameplay. Because be honest, this is really just Black Ops 6 with wall bouncing.
It is.
It's not anything innovative. That's why when they announced it so soon after Black Ops 6's launch, I was like, really? Already? Like, you guys, not another Modern Warfare, not another, you don't want to take some time and let this one cook a little? Nope.
No, they had to get Black Ops 6 the fuck out of here, dog. Like,
what's the problem with Black Ops 6 besides like just cheaters?
A lot, man. Like, a lot. Like, that game was like, and I say it all the time because, I play COD all the time on stream, but like, I say it all the time, like, that game was like damn near perfect when it launched. When Black Ops 6 launched, it was like 9.5, 10, almost.
I think it was just missing a couple of game modes, like BTB style game mode, and then like there wasn't really much to do outside of just standard mosh pit stuff.
I think the main problem as time went on was, like, again, like, every season that came out, there's so many changes to the meta. Then the maps that come out are like subpar. And that was like the biggest problem with the base game to begin with, was like the maps weren't that good. Like, Protocol was ass. You don't want to play on protocol. Like nobody wants to play on fucking protocol, dog. Like
I don't know what protocol was. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like COD maps. Oh, the only ones that I remember are from like Modern Warfare 2, like Rust or Shipment or shit like that. Like I don't remember anything from the newer games. Like unless it's Nuketown, Rust, or Shipment, I do not remember shit.
That's because none of these maps are really memorable anymore. Like, besides like some of the Modern Warfare 3 drop maps, like the maps after the game came out, and like some of the Modern Warfare 2 maps for 2022, like we really don't get good COD maps anymore. And it's like the one thing a lot of people were excited for with Black Ops 6 was like Treyarch is known for making some of the better like Call of Duty maps. And I think like with Black Ops 6, like again, we got Protocol, we got fucking a derelict shit map, Verkuda, like you can love it or hate it, kind of a shitty map. Like, yeah, I mean, we got Extraction, which was the season 1 drop map. Dog shit. Map was dog shit. Like
I tried.
We just
I
got
tried
so
playing.
many. We got so many.
We got so many.
We got so many bad maps, right? And then like the maps that they were like teasing from the beginning, like yeah, Fringe is coming back from Black Ops 3 or Fine Rings. They didn't come out until season 3, season 4, and it's just like if you play COD as much as I do, or like a lot of my friends do, like once season 3, season 4 rolls around, that's it. The end of the COD cycle is here, dog. Like we're already talking about the new game. So when you're coming out with these maps, like the end of the COD cycle, we're already in, because I watch a lot of the CDL, the COD, the Call of Duty League, the professional shit. We're already at Major 2, Major 3. Like it's too late for them to add Fringe into the map pool for competitive. Like it's over. Like the game's over at that point. And I think, again, that's a whole nother argument we can have an entirely different time, maybe when the game comes out. I think the biggest problem with Black Ops 6 was as time went on, we had like the shitty maps, we had the inconsistency with the guns, we had the skins, the cosmetics getting a little too out of fucking hand, and the shit they were doing with those cosmetics, where it was like, hey, this gun is fucking broken right now. It's also on the battle pass, but it's really far in the battle pass, but you can buy it here day one for 2,400 COD points. It was getting crazy, dog. Black Ops 6 was just like the epitome of like it was getting crazy, dog. Like it was getting a little too out of pocket, dog. Like season 1 kind of showed us, like when they did like the what's that one show, the Netflix show that they did the collab with, Squid Games. When they did the Squid Games collab, that's when I started to see like, okay, Call of Duty's getting a little
mainstream.
It's getting a little fucking
It's losing
wild.
its identity because it's like 90% celebrity cameos and shit.
Yeah, it's getting a little spooky in this motherfucker, dog. Like I started to get a little scared when like season 1 came, and then by season 2, I was like, oh no, this is going downhill. And then like people seen it on stream, like the click right there. When I completed that battle pass, I was like, yeah, we playing other shit. Like I'm not playing this shit no more, dog. Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I still do play, like I still play Black Ops 6. Like I'm probably gonna play some Black Ops 6 tonight because the boys asked me to hop on that joint. You know what I mean? But I think overall, I think the problem people have with Black Ops 6 was like the downgrade. Like you had such a perfect base and then you ruined it. And I think that's why they rolled out Black Ops 7 so fast. Like it was like literally like we were talking about that shit in like May, when usually it takes to like July, August for us to really get a feel of like what the next game is going to be. Like they hit us with Black Ops 7 because Black Ops 6 was failing, dog. The numbers proved it. The player count was getting very inconsistent.
They had a huge hacker problem too in like the first few weeks.
You seen with the Verdansk move, they had to bring back Verdansk because their player base was fucking dying, bro. It was dying. They did the Verdansk move out of literally a chance to survive. Like that was like
I thought like I don't know. My overall thoughts for the Blops beta, right? I think the gunplay is no different than Black Ops 6. So it's decent gunplay. You're building it off the same skeleton. Movement system seems it have the omnidirectional movement still. It still seems like they just added wall bouncing to Black Ops 6, so not much has changed there. I do like the wall bouncing, but that's only because it's somewhat reminiscent of Titanfall. But I feel like the gunplay doesn't fully complement the wall bouncing. So it's like it feels like you're putting in something that should have been like maybe a kill streak or a perk, something that would take up an actual utility thing that you would need to sacrifice something for, rather than being an inherent thing, because then it's like, oh, he's got the wall runner perk or parkour perk on, and it just lets you just do a couple wall bounces and that's it. That's what it feels like. It feels like this was an experiment they had for Black Ops 6, and they were like, nah, we're not going to do that. Boots on the ground, that type of shit. The fucking guns are I know the guns I feel like are just the same shit interchangeable. Like it doesn't, like they had this wind up sniper rifle that I didn't like. It had like a triple barrel. And I was like, why is this sniper rifle? Why isn't this like a DMR? Like it's weird. And you have a wind up to it. And I'm like, okay, this just seems like it's going to be harder to use in a faster moving Call of Duty. Seems like it doesn't complement your sandbox very well. The charge up shotgun, I think, is okay, but only because it's a shotgun. Like, there's not a lot of skill involved with that. I stuck with the Raiden SMG for most of the game, because it was like SMGs are lighter weight and you move faster with them. And this one had the highest rate of fire. So I was like, fuck it, let's do that. And I got some clips, I got some kills. I was kicked off the rust. I haven't played Call of Duty since like basically the launch of Black Ops 6, and I think as far as the equipment goes, it's interesting. I think that dog is fucking annoying.
Right.
The Rhino I didn't even get to use because it kicked me out of the game when I finally got it, and I was really sad about that. Kill streak wise, I think it's fine. Like they're not too bad. The VTOL seems annoying, but that's about it.
Right.
But then that's kind of like Call of Duty's identity is just like constantly getting spawn killed by like a chopper gunner or something, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
The active cloak. What are your thoughts on the cloak?
I don't think it's as bad as like a lot of people was bitching about, man. I think a lot of things in this game, like, I think people are always thinking of like how like in the wrong hands something can be used, and it's like, I don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't think it's that bad. Like, I think the minute you start shooting, it turns off.
Well, there's the problem with that is the overclock version of it, which allows you to recloak after you shoot.
Yeah, right. But it's like there's like a big delay in between that. Like you might shoot and it's like 3-4 seconds after you shoot, you go invisible again.
The overclocking thing is I like the concept of it, but I feel like it's not gonna catch on, if that makes sense.
I didn't understand it at first. And again, I play like a lot of COD, and I didn't understand it at first. But once I kind of like got it and was like, okay, I can overclock my grenades, I can overclock my kill streaks.
It's essentially a different version of the same equipment.
Yeah, it's basically like back in the day we had like the perks. Remember the perks could level up. They can go from like Commando to Commando Pro to Ninja Pro, Sleight of Hand to Sleight of Hand Pro. It's basically that, but you kind of pick the perk. You know what I mean? You pick the perk. And once I understood that, I was like, okay. Now, it's going back to like the Invis thing. There's a huge audio cue on it that I picked up on really fast.
It has like a shimmering sound effect, which I appreciate that they added that in there. I think the only thing is that because I used it part of my kit just to kind of see what the controversy is about it. I think the problem is that audio cue is like a nanosecond right before you're about to get your cheeks clacked. Like it's really subtle if you're not looking for it. I do appreciate that they have some kind of like digital shimmer for it, because that was my worry. Because when Octavius had told me, my mod Octavius, He was like, yo, I can't even tell if someone's there or not. Like, it's so good. I'm like, oh, is it Halo Infinite level of invis? Like, you're basically invisible on the radar, and like you can barely see the shimmer, and there's no audio cue. But I don't know. I feel like if you're including that in a movement shooter like this, I feel like it's gonna be probably the most used field upgrade besides the drone thing, which I thought was like, I don't know. The drone thing just seemed kind of lazy. It's just send out drones that can like nearly one shot you. Kind of sounds like, and it's nonstop too. It doesn't stop until I think like the 4th or 5th one. So like, you can get a decent amount of like assists and kills off that thing.
Yeah. So like, I think with my time spent, right, I think the one thing I learned is like they're trying to go back as much, because again, Call of Duty loves nostalgia. They love nostalgia baiting everybody. So they're trying to go back to like the heyday, man. Like with them bringing back, like they got the looper perk. So it's like you can, once you get all of your kill streaks, you can get them again on the same life and shit like that. Like I think that was just like a default back in the day. Like once you got your Harrier or whatever your highest kill streak was, you just start all over again. UAVs coming back, then your counter UAV, now you're back on your Harrier. And you just keep looping and looping and looping until you either nuke out or you fucking die. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're trying. They're trying to go back to like the golden days of Call of Duty with this game. Like I feel it. I feel like they're trying to like unlock something. And I think the problem is that they don't understand is like a lot of people who played COD back in its heyday, and I'm not talking about like, you know, Black Ops 2. I'm talking about further than that. Cause like a lot of people, you gotta understand, we're in a generation now where the same people we're playing the game with, their first Call of Duty was Advanced Warfare,
right?
Ghost,
yeah,
Black Ops 3. Like that's crazy.
Infinite Warfare, yeah.
So I think a lot of like the shit that they're trying to do these days is trying to appeal to like the older people, but also trying to appeal to the newer people. And it's like them trying to appeal to those two different demographics is kind of making this weird hybrid game that like nobody kind of understands. Cause like, dog, I'm like 100% with you with the wall bounce thing. I think it's something that they should have either fully committed to or just cut it out the game. Like I really understand, like when people are just like, I don't really like the wall bouncing. I agree. Like I'm using it because again, it's a mechanic in the game. So like it's something that I have to just kind of get used to.
It's like it feels like to me that they could have just did a Titanfall game in their own way. Like it didn't need the robots, but you could still do the movement mechanics of it. And they could have done that. The thing is, and I harp on the Titanfall shit, is because Titanfall did it so well that people are still playing the game to this day. And it's even gotten like resurgences of popularity from time to time. People will go, "You remember Titanfall?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, I love Titanfall." And they'll go play it again. But the same thing with like how Star Wars Battlefront had that like little resurgence recently. And the movement for that game complements its gunplay. Whereas this, again, the bouncing doesn't complement the gunplay because it's a different game's gunplay. So you have all these things here that are from a prior game, and then you shoehorn in a mechanic that isn't complementary fully. It's like half-assed. I would have leaned into the movement shooter genre because you already have Black Ops 6. It's recently came out, even if people don't like it that much. And then you have Black Ops 7, which would have been more movement based. And you have perks and guns and gunplay that reflect that, and class loadouts that reflect that. You know what I mean? And maps that would open up the gameplay a little bit. And I feel like maybe you would have a lot more positive reception than what we initially saw.
Yeah, man.
And that's just me though, because I don't play Call of Duty. I'm not the target audience.
But it's not just you, dog. I think the biggest problem I have with Call of Duty in 2025 is that it's like, again, they lost their identity so long ago that it's like now they're trying to get this newfound identity, and it's just It's not working, bro. It's not working out, man. It's not working out. And I think the biggest problem Call of Duty is having, and it has had for me at least since maybe like 2013, is that it comes out every fucking year. You know what I mean? I think
it doesn't let itself cook for a little bit. Let itself marinate. They don't really give you. They just shit out content like nonstop, and then it's just like they don't give you a time to enjoy it. And then they're like, "Hey man, Nicki Minaj is out. What's it called? It's out. Roger, American Dad is out. Beavis and Butthead's out." And it's like, bro, you're not Fortnite. Why are you trying to be like Fortnite? Like, it's supposed to be a semi-serious military arcade shooter. Instead, we're getting, Fortnite at home. Fortnite is the one that originally got all the crossover shit popularized, and that's why a lot of game companies are trying to chase the Fortnite grift, because they want to do these crossovers. But if they don't do the crossovers well that fit in the universe, like Helldivers 2 is a masterclass on how they did that correctly. They did ODSTs, and it's like they did Killzone. All that fits into their universe. Fucking Nicki Minaj and Roger from American Dad don't fit in Call of Duty at all. Like they actively stand out. It is like, what the fuck am I looking at? What game am I playing? So like you don't know if you're playing a Fortnite mod. You're not sure if this is a Gmod clone or some shit. Like this Call of Duty is just like a homunculus of what it originally was, which was just dudes just doing like crazy kill streaks and like getting wall bounces with their fucking throwing knives and shit, and just cursing each other out in progressive lobbies and stuff like that. That's what it was. It's not any of this. This isn't it, even the wall running. Like you say you liked Advanced Warfare, but it's like, was that like the turning point right there? You know, I'm not saying they don't have to improve the movement mechanics for Call of Duty for it to be good. I'm saying it's like their identity itself is just like
gone. Their identity is gone.
You just go, hey, you want to play the new COD? And I go, which one is the new COD? Because it all looks foreign to me, right? I tell you, you want to play Halo Infinite, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, because they returned to form. I tell you want to play Halo 4 or 5. You know what I'm talking about, because it's still got the Halo identity. They didn't whore themselves out yet, right? If I tell you want to play MCC, you know what I'm talking about, because that's the OG Bungie games. They have their own unique identity and everything. Yeah, man.
You're absolutely
right. If I go to tell you if I want to play Battlefield 6, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, COD is just, I think they have so many internal issues that I think, again, like we'll get to when we talk about Battlefield 6. I think that like Battlefield 6, if it isn't, it needs to be a real wake up call to like,
it's a wake up call
on what we want as FPS fans. Like, this is what we want. Is we want games that like just take some time, dog. Like, again, like I always talk about it on stream, and I'm talking about Black Ops 6. Like, Modern Warfare 3 would have been such a great game if they just let it cook. If Modern Warfare 3 was a game that we played for 2 years instead of just 1 year, or better yet, let me be even more real with you, like 9 months, 10 months. You know what I mean? I think it would have been such a better game, but I think the problem is they're so used to this yearly release cycle, yearly release, yearly release, yearly release. And people, we keep buying it. I keep buying it. And it's just like they're so used to that shit that they didn't expect what just happened to them on Friday to happen to them. And it's happening. And it's going
they
to
really tried to pull. No, I'm gonna clown on them. They really tried to say, here's a 2-week free trial of Black Ops 6. Black Ops
6. Yeah, nobody want to play that shit.
I'd rather pay twice as much to play Battlefield 6. I'm sorry. Like, I've played Battlefield 6, and it's fucking. This is going to be my modern day modern day human, regular person, man shooter for the next like foreseeable future, unless they fuck it up. Like this is not. I don't want to touch Call of Duty. I don't care about Call of Duty 7. Like this. I gave it a fair shake with the beta. I was like, oh, I have access to the beta. I'll play it. I'll play a decent amount. I'll max out. I'll get to level 30. You know, I'll rate a class. I won't just play like 1 or 2 matches and say it's bad. And I'm like, the praises that I sing about it is that I think the wall bouncing could be better. and that it is just Black Ops 6 but with wall bouncing and different guns and perks. Like that's the problem, is that it doesn't excite me. I don't like, remember when 2019 came out and they had like you could lock onto the corners and shit. They had that mechanic, and then they had their gunplay was a lot better than whatever was out prior to that. And I was like, I remember that. I was like, and I was like telling you, I was like, oh, I like this Call of Duty. It's been pretty good to play. You know, it's not, you know, it's pretty slowed down. I'm not like feel like I'm just gotta like spin my neck around to get like a killer or something like that. And then come fucking Modern Warfare 3, the third iteration of that style of game, and it's they made all the old maps in the new game, but they didn't account for all the new movement that they added. So they played like shit. And then fucking Warzone just overtook everything. So I don't know. I feel like Black Ops 7 is going to have a somewhat decent launch, and people will start bitching about it within like the first few days. And I don't know. I feel like all the COD brain rot streamers, dude, I feel like they just don't play anything else, man. I really, they need to get out and touch some grass, dude. They really just need to chill.
It's bad, man.
Play anything else, man. It doesn't even have to be like Black Ops or not Black Ops, Battlefield 6. It can be Halo. It could be Star Citizen. Fucking play an RPG or something. There was a COD brain rot streamer that tried out Helldivers, played like 2 missions and said it was a mid game, and I was like, dude, you didn't. I know
you're talking about. I know exactly.
Yeah, how that dude rage baited so hard, and then he put out a follow up video, and it was like, oh, for every subscribe is an hour, I'll play Helldivers. No, get fucked, dude. I'm not watching your stream, dude. That was such a rage bait.
Leave T-Dog alone, man. He's a good dude, man.
I'm sure he is, but that was the most disingenuous fucking reviews I have ever heard. He's like, I have to pay $20 for the gun. No, you have to play to unlock the damn gun, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dog, I'm telling you, he's one of the, to me, like, I love, shout out T-Dog, man. Shout out T-Dog. I fuck with him because he's just one of the few people in the COD community, I think, like, his whole stick now is just like rage baiting people. Like that's his whole thing now. I mean, that's all he does all day is just rage bait people. Like you watch his videos, he's always like, I tried Black Ops 7 and I didn't like it. And the video. Yeah, that's just his thing. I fuck with him though, because you could tell like he has a genuine love for like what he does and like like Call of Duty in general, like and all that shit. But like, yeah, when I seen that too, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, you're the problem with gaming, dog. Because he was so mad that he bought the ODST bundle and he had to play the game to unlock the shit that he paid.
And it's not even like the craziest thing. We had like 3 back-to-back major orders, so he already had the medals to unlock. Me
too.
I was like, there was no reason for you not to have that gun. And then,
bro, what like. Bro,
dude was fucking like, I have to pay $15 for each one of these guns. And I was like, read. It's not hard. Read the description.
Oh man, like I said, man, like that's
what I'm saying. This is the same problem we had with the Black Ops. The Call of Duty streamers coming into the Battlefield 6 beta saying, oh, it needs more kill streaks. So it's not fun to play the objective. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's like the best part of Battlefield is when you're in the objective. Dude, today I was playing Liberty Peak. I got onto B, right, for Battlefield. My squad, I'm playing as a medic. I got basic ass LMG. I just started playing the support class. Fucking my whole squad's in there. We're dug in and we're getting shelled like crazy. There's like tanks. There's dudes flying in from all directions. We're just trying to hold the line and not get fucking destroyed. I'm like reviving dudes, dragging dudes out of gunfire and shit. Like it's fun. Like what do you mean you're not having fun playing the objective? That's where all the action usually is. Like what? I don't understand. I don't understand Call of Duty players, dog. I really don't. I feel like they just only want one game to play for the rest of their lives.
That's it. That's what it is, bro.
But I think they're also content rotted too. I think they just want, like, if they're not hitting a clip like every 2 seconds. Like I seen what's his name? Tim the Tatman raging on Black Ops 7. Like he was raging about like what was it called? He's tried to switch the controller thinking that would help him play better. and it just didn't work. So I was like, would you like you haven't? Is this not your normal controller setup? I don't understand. Like it's like what is going on over there? What do y'all guys do for fun? Really? Like for real? Genuine question.
I don't know, man.
What are you doing for fun? You are the COD person here. What do you do for fun over there?
I play all types of games, man.
You're the Call of Duty streamer now.
Nah, man. I play all type. Even though, like, again, people were telling me COD is dead. I had some crazy numbers during that beta, man. Crazy numbers.
Yeah, but it's a beta. Like that, people are curious. They want to see your takes. You play the game a lot. Like they want to know your opinion. They want to know if it's worth the money.
During Battlefield too. I definitely had crazy numbers during Battlefield.
Well, I mean, like everyone's going crazy on Battlefield. I just like Battlefield is just a fun game. That's until they add something that makes it not fun, which seems to be inevitable in all these fucking.
They did what I was afraid that they weren't going to do, and they did it. And that's why I know this is going to be a great Battlefield. They stuck the landing, because that's always been Battlefield's biggest problem, is that the game always launches in a shitty state with a lot of fucked up things. Yeah. And then over time, it gets really good. It gets really fucking good, almost like too fucking good.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 is a great example of that.
Exactly. And then by that point, like most people are just kind of over it, or they moved on to the next thing. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I think like, not just Call of Duty, but like a lot of these gaming companies needs to take into account is that people are going to go and play other shit. If you don't do what you need to do now, right, and get these games correct on launch, people are just gonna go and play something else, dog. It's especially with like if you're buying something on Steam, dog. If it doesn't work, if I don't like it and I've played less than 2 hours of it, I am getting my money back. Like I don't give a fuck about if you're gonna fix it a week for. You'll see my money a week.
No, I mean like that's kind of how I feel about like Splitgate 2. Like as I'm playing it right now while we're talking, but like that's only because I can turn my brain off with this. Fucking Splitgate 2, they unlaunched themselves, and I was like, that is a crazy statement to say about a game that you hyped up as the next Titanfall 3, and I was like. This game's nowhere near the appeal that I feel like Titanfall has, or even like Call of Duty has. It's like a little sampler of all these types of games wrapped into one. But like the beta and I mean the alpha and the beta were not the beta, the launch beta. The alpha and the first two alphas were positively received because the gameplay was good, but they were under the guise of it was like going to get better from here. Right. And then when they launched, they were like, I feel like they did themselves a disservice by like comparing themselves to COD and Titanfall and shit. And then after they did that, they had nothing but issues that we didn't have in the alpha. So it was like more of a question as like, what went wrong here? And it took too long for them to actually fix. And like no one could play the game for like 2 weeks of the quote unquote beta weekend. And then they did I think they did a Halo Infinite, and the content didn't actually like change when they officially launched. And they just had cosmetics that were cost like an arm and a leg to get. So like you do all those fucked up things to your fan base, and then unfortunately you reap what you sow. Like you don't get like a super banger game. You unlaunch your game to quote unquote work on it. So man. And even playing it now, it doesn't feel any different than before. I think
that game's done. I think that
it might be. Bro. I feel bad because it's a game that I
forgot about it. I totally forgot about it
too. I did too until I saw like a little thing on my Instagram about it.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it.
The shooting in the game and the movement is fine.
It's just really good. It's really good.
Nothing else to really.
Yeah, man. It's a shame. It's a shame, dog. It's definitely a shame. But like, I think like, that's a good example. Like, I think like Battlefield 6, my biggest fear was that they were going to fuck the launch up. And then it was just going to be this thing of like, fuck it. Like, I guess we're playing Black Ops 7, but that's not the case. I mean, Battlefield 6 did very good. I played
700,000 people on fucking concurrent Steam is an insane number to have.
I think played 10 I played 10 hours of the game on Friday. I played about 8 yesterday. I think I'm like level 30 right now.
You got way more time than me, but I played the campaign to finish. So like that's the only reason why I have less time in it, because I was playing the campaign first. I was curious if that IGN 5 was legit. And unfortunately, this is a rare IGN W. It is legit. I do agree with their assessment. I'm sorry. Like, it is not worth playing.
The campaign was like, ass. I'm gonna try tonight.
The story's ass, I should say. The gameplay itself is just Battlefield in a single player setting. But the story itself was like 90% flashbacks, and I fucking hate flashbacks. So it removes all the stakes of the characters dying and shit. So I was like, oh, that dude died? Oh, I guess that makes sense, because he wasn't in the flashback scene. Or he wasn't in like that. I don't understand. They could have told a coherent story without the flashback sequence, and then had that cutscene just been them interrogating her and shit, and it would have been way more compelling. Instead, it was like, oh, remember what happened in Gibraltar? And I'm like, no, I wasn't there. Well, we were going to play 2 missions about it. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to try it out tonight. But I think, like, that was my biggest fear with Battlefield 6. And, like, I've been telling y'all from every gaming podcast we've had since that beta. I've had the game pre-ordered, the $100 edition. I was locked in because I really, really liked what I played in. Like, I really like Battlefield 6. But we'll get there in a second.
Great slice.
Yeah, they did really good, dog. But going back to Black Ops 7, right?
Are we still talking about that?
Yeah, I got to give my takes, man. I got to give my takes.
Okay,
I got to tell people how I feel, even though I kind of did it on stream. I kind of told people, like, in a roundabout way with incoherent thoughts how I felt, because my brain was everywhere. Now it's like I got everything right here in my notes, everything that I felt, right? My biggest problem, I'm going to be comparing Black Ops 7 a lot to Black Ops 6, because, again, it's the same fucking game. It is the same fucking game.
It cannot be denied. Like, the allegations are true.
It's the same fucking game. So I'm comparing the two together because same fucking game. So I'm going to do maps, right? Big improvement from the 5 maps that we played in the beta. I liked 4 and I hated 1. Like, I literally hated 1, and that was the snow map. That snow map is just dog shit. It's ass. I fucking hate everything about that map. I would never, if they could just remove that map and give us another map to just get rid of that map. That map is dog shit. They could fix it by making the platform not move. I would like that. Like,
you're talking about, see, I like that part. I like the interactivity.
Yeah, but that's because you're a Halo person. That's because you like those types of mechanics in other games. Like,
I'm sorry, the game where you have to wall jump as a base mechanic has moving platforms that involve jumping. I'm sorry, dog. I'm going to enjoy that a little bit more than a static platform.
It's not that. It's the fact that, again, like, for Hardpoint, right? For Hardpoint.
Yeah, it's on there.
The P1 is that platform. So it's like, again, either team can control, because there's a platform, there's a button at the bottom, button at the top. So
there's also a button in the console.
Yeah, you can fuck around with the little platform and make it go up and down. It's a pain in the ass. So I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's called map control.
I don't like that shit.
Call of Duty players do this all the time. What are you talking about?
I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like that shit. Get that shit.
Dude, it's map control. It's when you get spawn trapped by a chopper gunner for like 45 minutes.
Dog shit, man. That map is
I thought that was probably one of the best maps they had.
You're a Halo player, bro. Of course you're going to think that shit's good. That shit.
Yeah, because you have, when you're playing Conquest, right? Or not Conquest. Sorry, I'm Battlefield brain rotted right now. And when you're playing Domination, and the middle platform is B, and it's like, oh, one side has it, and they're locking that section down, I could just pull it away from you, say, fuck you guys, come over here. And arguably you could do the same, but it also just shakes up the